How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson Properties. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. All right, let's get into it. Well, this is a great story that I read the other day about a homeless man in Detroit, Michigan, good old Detroit, Michigan, in that area, who did a great thing for himself and his family. This is a great positive story, and I love to, have to point out these. I've been finding so many great positive things lately. I just have to talk about them. According to the article that I read the other day, back in 2009, Michael Gray, who you see here with his lovely wife, bought an abandoned home, which you see right here, from his nephew for just $1,500. He moved in as soon as he bought it. Before purchasing the home, Mr. Gray was homeless and living in his niece's basement. In 2010, he began a nearly 10-year renovation process and transformed the home room by room, brick by brick, all that good stuff. And before I go on, one thing that I have to take into consideration is that, the word is family. The word is family. But the great story of Mr. Gray, he was living in his niece's basement, saved up some money, and then purchased a fixer-upper home from his nephew. Now, this might not have looked like what I'm saying at the time, but allowing Mr. Gray to live with his family for rent-free and purchasing a home / asset from another family member is one of the biggest ways for family members to make money moves yesterday, today, and definitely tomorrow. Now, when it comes to Mr. Gray's background, at 67 years old, he spends his weekdays working as a machinist in Bowling Green, Ohio, and his weekends at his home in Detroit with his wife, Cynthia, who you see right here. The article also stated that Mr. Gray told that Business Insider, where I got this article from, that after getting hit by a car in 2009, he used some of the settlement money to buy the property. He moved in the day he bought it with nothing but air mattress to sleep on. At the time, the home was in bad shape. According to Mr. Gray, it was infested with mites, spiders, and mice. Not even the toilet worked. Now, nearly a decade later, Mr. Gray is still living there, and the home is unrecognizable. And I love to hear success stories like this, because with all the negativity that goes on, it's mostly published and goes viral articles by the national media. It definitely is nice to see that people who went through hard times, working hard for 10 years straight to renovate a home for him and his wife. It's a beautiful story, and I just couldn't wait to talk about it. One thing to take into consideration is that the city of Detroit, Michigan, just like all major cities across the United States of America, has gone through significant gentrification, just like any other city. So if one owns any sort of property, lot, whatever have you, in a major city in the United States of America in 2023 and going forward, you are in great shape. Mr. Gray had to do a full rehab of the home, and here is a few pictures. Like I said, here's a picture of the home that he renovated, and it looks very great compared to what it used to look like. It was completely dilapidated for the most part. I'm surprised the place wasn't condemned. But Mr. Gray invested approximately $70,000 in order to get the home in decent and livable shape. And in today's world, that's not a lot of money, because your average home price is no lower than $300,000. So there was a time in Detroit where people could buy homes for cents on the dollar. In places like Detroit and Baltimore, Maryland, there's a significant amount of gentrification taking place. And with that gentrification, like I said, if you can afford to buy a home cents on the dollar, I say go for it, and if you can afford to rehab it, I say go for it, because you never know. I already know, by 2030, Detroit and Baltimore and any other city that, Cleveland, Ohio, and any other major city that was, forgotten about and always considered to be the worst crime-infested cities in America, will probably be, the cost of living in those cities will probably be similar to Philadelphia in today's world. I'll just leave it at that. So on that note, do the great three things: like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, Patterson Properties. We wholesale real estate via tax sales, tax liens. Majority of the time, sometimes our marketing does work, but majority of the times it just works to buy the property and sell it as is, or fix and flip it and just sell it. But hey, if you're a wholesaler, if you're an investor, if you're a person in distressed property living in the DMV area or Pennsylvania, give us a call. Here's our information. We got a website, all that great stuff. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual, retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase, all those platforms you'll be able to make some money. WEBULL, get some free stock, all that great stuff. But hey, we're part of the GS Partners. We not only have the opportunity to buy crypto and buy non-fungible tokens known as NFTs, but you have the opportunity to refer others to do the same thing, make money off their NFT and crypto purchases, and go from there. But as I always say, you can't get pride if you own a company. Clearly, Mr. Gray is a proud homeowner, and he's happy to doing the great things that he's doing. And hey, let me know if you guys have any similar stories like that. I'd love to talk about it, or I'd love to even interview all at the same time. So as I always say, to do great things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're gonna live like a fool. Take care, family.